Welcome to the Summit Trucking PeopleNet training. In this video, we'll be going over messaging in the inbox. Whenever you get a new message, you'll get a pop-up on your screen that looks like this that says you have a new message. If you're not doing anything on the unit, it'll take you to the inbox. So here we can see that we have several messages in the inbox. A few things about the messages in the inbox. If you see the little blue dot next to a message, that indicates that it's an unread message. Most of your messages will show that they came from TMW Suite Dispatch. That means dispatch. They'll all have a message type of standard email, and they'll show a little preview of the message in that bottom line. You can double tap on the message to pull the message up, or you can also press view. So we'll double tap on this message to take a look and see what's been sent to us. So this is just a text message from dispatch that gave us a little bit of instruction. So here we have the option to delete the message, to reply to the message, to save the message, or to press play. If you press play, it'll just read the message out loud. Since this was a message that asked us for a response, we'll hit reply. Since it's a reply, we don't have to select a recipient, so we can just pull up the keyboard and type our message in. You can then close the keyboard and then hit the send button. Anytime you send a text message, it's going to ask you if you'd like to send the message now or later. We recommend always hitting now, because later can mean up to 15 to 30 minutes later. Once the message has been sent, it will return you to the inbox. So you will also receive other types of messages. Whenever we send a trip, you'll receive multiple messages. Most of the information in these messages is redundant and is also found in the workflow details. But there is one message in particular that contains some information that isn't found in the workflow, and that's the load header. So if you double click on the load header, we can look at some of the information about the load header, this particular load, in the load header message. It gives us several bits of information, some of which can be found in the workflow details. One of the pieces of information in the load header that cannot be found in the workflow details is the amount of total miles for the trip. And if you scroll down, it will show you where the shipper and the consignee are. We display this on the load header in case you are going to split the trip with another driver and you may need to know where the trip came from or where it's going to. You can find that information down here at the bottom of the load header. I'll press the back button down to go back to the inbox. We went over a reply. Now we'll go through a new email. To send a new message to dispatch, you can click on the email button. We call this an email. It's also the same as a text message, so those two terms will be used interchangeably. The first thing you do whenever you create an email is you select a recipient. For us, the only recipient we have available is dispatch, so we'll select dispatch and hit OK. You notice if dispatch is not selected, OK is not an option. So you select dispatch, highlight it in orange, and then press OK. You can then open the keyboard and type your message. Once you're finished typing your message, press the send button. Again, it asks us if we want to send the message now or later. Select now. That's pretty much all for the main messaging application and the inbox. So now we'll hit the home button and we'll take a look at the hotkeys. What the hotkeys are pre-canned forms that you may need to fill out now and then. PeopleNet has this neat hotkeys feature to keep you from having to go through long lists of technical forms in order to find the few forms that you do need to send in now and again. So we'll go over some of these forms. The first form is the log change request. You need to select a recipient on who this goes to. This form is used for when you need to make a change to your e-logs. We'll go over this form in more detail in the hours of service video. The second form on the list is the suggestion box form. This form serves as a remote suggestion box for the company. We have several categories listed here: driver manager, driver pay, safety, equipment, customers, compliments, and other. So this is to be used for any feedback that you want to provide the company, good or bad. You select the category, fill in some compliment or some comments, and then fill in your name if you want to. This program is meant to be kept anonymous if you'd prefer it to be anonymous. These suggestions won't be going to your dispatcher. They'll be going to a third party that can look at these suggestions in an unbiased way. So once you're done filling that out, you hit send. We're not going to fill it out, so we'll just back out. The third form on the hotkeys is the corporate free form, which is the same as email that we went over from the inbox. So again, just like the standard email from the inbox, you select the recipient and then you type your message. Once you're done filling your message, you hit send, and then now. Anytime you send one of these pre-canned forms, you'll always end up back in the inbox. We'll get back to the hotkeys. So the fourth form in the hotkeys is the DVIR. This DVIR isn't to serve as a pre-trip or a post-trip DVIR. It's just an extra DVR that you can fill out. This would be used for any time you notice that there's some equipment that's damaged or needs attention, even if it's not equipment that you will be using. This information will make its way to the maintenance department so that perhaps they can remedy the issue with the equipment before the next driver is waiting on it. So you just fill that out and hit send. And the last form on the hotkeys is the DOT inspection form. So you select the recipient and then you fill out information related to a DOT inspection. That concludes the messaging training. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the other Summit Trucking training videos.